Have you ever felt like you were created for more? Like there was a bigger purpose waiting for you to step into? Welcome to A Dose of Belief, the podcast that fuels your faith, sharpens your mindset, and equips you to boldly live in your purpose. Each week, I'll bring powerful insights, set up dynamic interviews with high achievers, entrepreneurs, and leaders who turn belief into breakthrough. This isn't just motivation, it's your weekly reminder that you were made to make a difference. I'm your host, Christian Martinez, and you are listening to A Dose of Belief. All right, welcome back. Today, we are talking about mastering self-talk. And let me talk to you a little bit about self-talk. You don't rise to the level of your talent. You rise to the level of your inner dialogue. I will tell you that statement is so true. What we say to ourselves, what we speak over ourselves, what we rehearse in our minds from the things that have been said to us, for us, about us, man, all of those things are going to continue to pop up. And I will tell you, they are probably not true. One of the things that comes to mind is Philippians 4:8. Now, you may not be a person of faith, but I'll tell you, if you go read that, you got to understand the truth and what is said about you and for you. So this week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 4 clips. And what I've been trying to do is share with you guys things that are relevant, things that are helpful. I want you to be able to see that these messages are in things that you've already seen, movies that you've already watched, shows that you may be excited to be a part of, and it's just watch as you're sitting there. And it's to give you an understanding of why these things are so important to your success. All this podcast is centered around is you being successful. I want you to walk in your purpose. I want you to walk in excellence. And I truly want you to dominate your space. But in order for you to do that, you have to learn the principles and the practices that are going to help you do that. And one of those things is mastering your self-talk. So today I want to talk about affirmations for our first clip. And the first clip is actually going to be the feature movie of the week. So the feature movie of the week is actually from the movie The Help, where Viola Davis just goes into this affirmation with this young lady. And it's so powerful because as you're watching this, she talks to this young lady and she tells her, you are kind, you are smart, you are important. What you say to yourself matters. What you say to yourself and about yourself matters. You have to understand that the words that you speak are powerful, especially when they're to and for you. Now, this affirmation is before things were even popular about speaking to yourself. That's when this happened. She told this little girl what to say, what to believe. You're kind, you're smart, you're important. Words spoken consistently will reshape your identity. And I want to tell you, words do create belief. Repetition will build confidence, and you need to speak what you want to grow in. I will tell you, it's really important that you do that, because there's been things that I have said to myself about myself, and now I see myself catching myself whenever I say certain things that don't add value to me, that don't build me up, that don't lift me up. Your words are the blueprint. So if you want to build wisely. The second clip that I want to share with you guys this week is about identifying and challenging your limiting beliefs. You have to talk back to fear with truth. In this clip, I'm going to share with you with Neo and Morpheus training. He's asking him, do you think that that's air that you're breathing? And really what he's trying to do is make him understand that everything that you deal with is going to be mental. You have to get over that. Once you shift your belief, your behavior tends to follow. Fear shows up in new territories when things seem different. And so what you have to do is program your mind to take you to that next level. You are not starting from zero. You're starting from experience. Listen, when I went from working in the military to building a business, the first thing that I had was fear, because I was like, oh man, I got to start brand new. That's not true. I was starting from experience. All my years of experience brought me to where I am to have the confidence to build a business. So you have to know where you're starting from. Challenge your thoughts before you drive. Don't let fear drive the car. Talk back with truth. Today's episode is brought to you by Leadership Legacy, our impact partner sponsor. Leadership Legacy exists to help organizations grow from the inside through leadership training, customer service development, and culture transformation. Their approach is interactive, immersive, and values-driven, creating experiences that don't just inspire, but actually stick. If you're serious about excellence and bringing the best out of your people, Leadership Legacy is a trusted partner. They equip leaders, empower teams, and enrich cultures. To find out more, you can check out the show notes or go to www.christianrmartinez.com/culture and get to know a little bit more about their business. Now, let's get back to the show. Now, the next thing that I want to talk to you about today is practicing self-compassion. Listen, sometimes you're going to go through some adversity. You're going to go through some challenges. And growth doesn't just happen through the shame. It's going to happen despite the things that you're going on. Now, in this next clip, it's from a show. It's from Ted Lasso. He's having a physical panic attack. He leaves the stadium. He runs out. And he's having a moment of vulnerability. And what happens is his friend finds him and she tells him, she asks, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Man, I need help." It's okay to ask for help. As a matter of fact, it's a sign of strength when you ask for help. Self-leadership is when you get honest with yourself, you give yourself grace, and you move forward without shame. Listen, you don't have to have it all figured out. As a matter of fact, that's the quickest path to destruction, is thinking that you have to have it all figured out or have all the answers. You can't control growth when you are under self-judgment. Right? You have to lead yourself with grace, and you need to model healthy self-talk. When you need help, you need to reach out and ask for a hand. Would you talk to someone you love the way that you talk to yourself? That question is something that I want you to answer this week. Would you talk to someone that you love the way that you talk to yourself? The answer is probably no. And so develop a better health self-talk so that you can encourage yourself, inspire yourself, and have some self-compassion. The last clip that I want to show you guys today comes from the movie The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. And in this clip, he's struggling with moving into action. And I want you to think about visualizing success and talking yourself forward. That is the point of this clip. Speak from identity, not from insecurity. You need to talk about where you're going, not where you are. Not what you feel, but where you are going, who you are becoming. I want to tell you that some of these clips have been so inspiring because I go back and I watch these movies and I watch the things that I've been kind of like just seen before. And I was like, man, this is a really good clip. I want to share this. I want to execute this. But in this clip, he asked the question. He's like, you know what? I got to go. He goes, he transitions. He's looking at where he needs to go, what he needs to accomplish. He's looking over this ridge to see the distance, the mile, and what he's doing. And I want to tell you that it's super important that you transform where you're going by visualizing and where you're going, right? Walter stops rehearsing the fear and starts rehearsing the action. He goes into action and he starts building the things that he needs to do. So you need to visualize becoming who you are called to be. Visualization becomes motion when you take action. Identity precedes confidence. So you need to know who you are and go after that. You need to visualize the preparation and take that a step forward. Because listen, you've been prepared more than you realize. Most people prepare more than they realize, and they don't really understand it because they want the security. They want the safety. Listen, you have to master that self-talk. Speak from who you're becoming, not from who fear says you are. I hope this week's episode serves you. Remember, we want to keep these short, sweet, and impactful. We want you to go out and crush it. As always, I want you to go out and do your very best. Go out and dominate your space. As we wrap up, if today's episode sparked a dose of belief in you, don't let it stop there. Belief grows when it's shared and lived out. You can tune in weekly for conversations that strengthen your mindset, sharpen your leadership, and encourage you to keep moving forward. And if this episode encouraged you, consider sharing it with someone who could use a reminder to believe again. If you'd like to go a step further, you can also become an impact sponsor, helping us continue this work beyond the podcast. Through your support, we help feed the homeless, partner with schools to provide leadership training, and create opportunities that truly make an impact. And if you're ready to deepen your own belief, consider grabbing a copy of Unstoppable Belief, available at unstoppablebelief.com or on Amazon. Thank you for being a part of this community. Until next time, keep believing, keep growing, and keep moving forward.